If you have questions or anything, write them down and then we'll go over them at the end. All right, so your time is starting now.
Japan was ready to surrender anyway. The Soviet Union had decided to start war by entering Manchuria and attacking Japanese troops. The American Navy had blockaded the home islands, and like Matthew said, over 60 of its cities had been destroyed by the positional bombing. And Admiral William Delay has said the Japanese were already defeated and ready to surrender because of the effective sea blockade and the successful bombing with conventional weapons. It was unnecessary to have bombed Japan because in the first place, yes, they attacked the U.S. soldiers, but that does not justify their attack on the innocent civilians by dropping that bomb on Japan. Civilians should not have been targeted, especially because the Japanese were already about to surrender. Thank you.
All right. That was nice. And so that was a good way to tie your argument directly to the opening statement. So, excellent. So we're going to go on to argument number 2 for the affirmative side. So, Mariella, will you please step up to the plate?
Mariela.
Okay, all eyes should be on Mariella. And ears?
Okay, our second argument for us choosing to drop the atomic bomb on Japan is that one, like, okay, Japan caught us off guard. We were like neutral. We didn't even want to get into like the war, and out of nowhere, like Japan bombed us. So all we're doing is retaliating. Of course, we're not going to sit back and just say, "Oh, let them bomb us." We will retaliate. You know, we are not a country that gives up. We will fight. You know, we're a force to be reckoned with. You know, we're not going to let ourselves.
Yeah. Very good. And so, why do you think? Thank you. Why do you think that was so important for the U.S. to keep up this strong appearance?
Well, because you know, for the U.S., we are united. Like you said, one, we didn't even want to get into it because we felt that it was not even our problem. But then again, if you're gonna attack us, you know, we're not gonna let ourselves. You know.
Okay, Abhi, did you want to add on to that?
Yeah, and also that it just does not just go for Japan, but it just goes for anybody else who tries to mess up with the U.S. They can't, because we just be one of the bestest countries that destroy so many. So if we destroy them, what makes the other countries think that we won't beat them?
Okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay, and Miguel?
And also that's what being an American is, fighting for what you believe is right. And like they bomb us, we're not gonna, like Mariela said, we're not gonna stand just there without doing what's right. We're not gonna let ourselves, and we're gonna fight.
I object.
Because that's what America is all about.
Okay. Thank you. So you will have time in your rebuttal. All right, so during the rebuttal portion. So we're gonna go on to the second presenter on this side, which is Chris. So all eyes again should be on Chris. Go ahead and begin your argument.
Okay, we believe that the two images that made people think that Japanese were not human, basically saying that they were animals, made people think that it was right to drop a bomb on them. And U.S. and making people think Japanese weren't humans, brainwashing them. So, but Japan wanted to negotiate like it was, it wasn't good to drop a bomb, and so basically, you know who to say is the animal in the whole story. We dropped the bomb.
Okay, so you bring up an interesting point. So, are you arguing then that we are the brutal savages for dropping the bomb? Interesting point. I do know that song. Maybe I should have played it in the background. Thank you. So we're going to go on to Alexis, who's going to be making argument number 3. All right. Alexis, go for it. Everyone should be listening. Guys, you should be taking notes on this too.
I believe it was entirely justified to drop the bomb on Japan, not only because of what happened to us in Pearl Harbor, but because Japan was a threat to national security. We wouldn't just drop a bomb barbarously on Japan. We took into account the people who were helpless. Japan refused to unconditionally surrender and showed uncompromising resistance. Our patience had diminished, so we warned the citizens and bombarded Hiroshima. If anyone would be at fault, it would be the Japanese government.
And so why would you say the Japanese government is at fault?
They say would have surrendered. We knew that we had warned them.
And where did we warn them?
Potsdam.
Good, so the Potsdam Declaration. So remember, we're going to reference our primary sources. So good, thank you. All right, we will go on then to number 3, Audrey. All right, Audrey.
So the U.S. didn't have to drop the bomb on Nagasaki or Hiroshima. Instead of dropping the bomb, they could have sent U.S. troops to the military base and shot the soldiers there in Japan, or they could have attacked Japan just like they did at Pearl Harbor with us, and the U.S. could have just attacked the Japanese military with more intensity and caused more damage to them, but they didn't, and they didn't have to attack the civilians because they were just there.
Thank you. So good, Audrey. So when you said that we could have attacked them the same way the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
They could have attacked the soldiers and in their bases, in the military bases, instead of going to attack cities. So.
Taken.
Innocent.
Innocent. All right. Thank you very much, Audrey. So we will go on to our final argument for the affirmative side, which will be Dorian. So Dorian. Okay, the time's not working again. Let's try this again. All right. Gather your thoughts while I fix the time situation. All right, Dorian.
Okay, in America, when a crime is committed, the person who did it should be punished. Well, our soldiers were attacked at Pearl Harbor, so we have to respond. They have to be punished. Somebody has to be punished. So, by responding quickly and bombing Japan, we show the world that we're not afraid, that we can't be bullied. So, people won't come and bother us again, so our people at America will feel safe. So, not only does that give more justification to show that not only can we do something back to you, do something to us, but it sends a message to the whole world. And a quote from Paul Tibbles, who actually dropped the bomb: yes, we're going to kill a lot of people, but by God, we're going to save a lot of lives. So by doing that, we show the world that, you can't come and do this to us.
All right, thank you. Well said. All right, so we're going to go on to our fourth and final argument for the negative side. So Julio, if you can please share with us your thoughts.
We believe that the bomb of Nagasaki was especially unnecessary because they had killed so many lives with the other bomb. Anyways, the bomb weren't even the same. One was long and the other one was short and fat. So that proves that it was just an experiment. And then Hoover said that the Japanese were prepared to negotiate all the way from February 1945 up to and before the time the atomic bomb was dropped. If such deeds had been followed up, there would have been no occasion to drop the atomic bomb.
And who said that quote that you're reading? Does it say? Hoover?
Yeah.
Okay, so our ex-president Herbert Hoover said that. And so, can you explain a little bit more what you were saying about the bombs being an experiment?
Yeah, because I don't know, they were different, so you could tell by that they were just making an experiment or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, good. So